right, good evening, everybody. Welcome into Jammin' Sports on this Tuesday night. We are in from our softball game on the radio. We're going to get one game in tonight. We were going to start at 10 o'clock Eastern, but we're in early enough. We're going to start here about 9:30 Eastern. We may start a couple of minutes early. It'll be our third and final Thanksgiving game of Week 12. It'll be the Thursday night Thanksgiving game. It'll be the Green Bay Packers and the Buffalo Bills, and this should be a good one. Green Bay currently tied for first place in the NFC Central at 6-5 with the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings have come out of nowhere to tie Green Bay for the lead in the division. Now, the Packers have lost to the Vikings twice this season, so actually Minnesota has the tiebreaker, so technically they are in first place. The Vikings are. But Green Bay trying to at least keep pace in the NFC Central as we're headed down to the home stretch. There'll be 4 weeks of the regular season after this one is over. And the Buffalo Bills, they come in at 7-4, trailing the New York Jets. The Jets have, a 4-game lead? The Jets come in at 10-1? They're 10-1. A 3-game lead over Buffalo, who sits in second place at 7-4. However, the Bills, they are the number one wild card at the moment. They would be the 4 seed if the playoffs started today. TMG is joining us live. It's his day off. All right, TMG, welcome on in. Our good friend from Cincinnati. And TMG is taking the Bills in this one. Evil Dead, I don't know who he's picking yet. He has yet to let me know, but I'm sure he will shortly. Evil Dead is 83-61, 22 games over 500. TMG is 5-4, 1 game over 500. And Grando, we haven't seen him yet. He's 59-40. He's 19 games over 500.
Hello.
What? Okay. Misty has let Evil Dead know that I'm on. I texted him earlier to let him know that we're starting at 9:30 Eastern. Great to be back with you too, TMG. We missed you the past couple of days. We've had some wild games. TMG, I don't know if you've watched them yet, but you need to watch the Broncos and the Ravens a couple of nights ago. That was a wild game. And the Cowboys and the Eagles last night, a wild game as well. All right, let's head out to, let's see, Evil Dead. There you go. Evil Dead says I didn't miss him. Let's head out to Highmark Stadium, Buffalo, New York, for our Thursday night Thanksgiving game here at Jammin' Sports. Here we go. Welcome into Highmark Stadium, Buffalo, New York. It's the Packers and the Bills on Thanksgiving. And welcome into another NFL broadcast here at Jammin' Sports. Great to have you along, as it's our third Thanksgiving game. We did the other 2 last night. We saved this one for tonight. Evil Dead's got the Bills. TMG also has Buffalo in this one. We're underway. Green Bay will get the ball first. Here we go. From the 6-yard line, Lake Ross over the 20, 25, and Ross brings it out to the 30-yard line. And that's where Green Bay will have it 1st and 10. Misty's rooting for the Packers, she says. Starting quarterback, Thomas Allen, in his 3rd year out of San Diego State. Just underway from Buffalo, New York. If the season started today, both these teams would be in. The Bills would be the 4 seed in the AFC, and the Packers would be the 6 seed in the NFC. if the playoffs started today. First and 10. Green Bay comes out. 3 receivers to the near side. Allen in the shotgun. Allen takes the snap. Hands off to Brockington. And John Brockington 4 yards out to the 34-yard line. In his second year out of Georgia. Here's the Green Bay offense. Up front, Davis, Nance, Harpool, Bostic, and Morris. And then it's Kirkwood, Lane, Brockington, Griner, and Wilson. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the 34-yard line. Just underway. Live from Buffalo, New York. The Packers at 6-5. The Bills at 7-4. Buffalo trying to get back to the playoffs for the second season in a row. Allen in the eye. Duncan in motion. Allen drops back. Allen looking. Allen in trouble. It's going to take off. No, he throws outside and overthrew his target. Incomplete. Let's take a look at the Bills' defense. They play a 4-3. Seals, Cousins, McAllister, and Evans up front. Linebackers, Gates, Henderson, and Preston. And the secondary, House, Walker, Briggs, and Catledge. It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Packers at their own 34-yard line. Opening drive of the ball game on a cold, overcast night in Buffalo. 39 degrees at kickoff. Allen in the shotgun with a back on either side. Allen drops back, sets up a screen pass to Brockington. And Brockington is going to lose 3 yards back to the 31-yard line. On the tackle, number 91, Brian McAllister, in his 7th year out of USC. It'll be 4th and 9. The Packers go 3 and out on their opening drive. Both Evil Dead and TMG took the Bills in this one. I don't have any more baseball or softball the rest of the week. So for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm good. 4th and 9. Swanson gets the kick away from the 18-yard line. Aldo McGinnis out to the 26, and that's where Buffalo will have it. 1st and 10. The Bills are led by their starting quarterback, Mason Cross, in his 2nd year out of LSU. The Bills ended a 17-game or 17-season playoff drought last season when they made the playoffs as a wild card. Right now, they would be in as the top-seeded wild card in the AFC if the season ended today. They'd be the 4 seed, and they would actually host a game if the season started today. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Cross in the shotgun. Grando's got the Bills. Grando has checked in. Cross throws, caught by McGinnis, and Aldo McGinnis all the way down to the 44-yard line. A gain of 18. The 4th-year receiver out of Southern Miss. Grando, our good friend from Tampa. Everybody's taking the Bills tonight, except for Misty. She took the Packers. And Gracie took the Bills too. First down, Buffalo. The Packers had it first. They went 3 and out, and now Buffalo with it. Our Week 12 Thursday night game, our 3rd Thanksgiving game here in Week 12. The primetime Thanksgiving game. Last night, if you missed it, the Lions beat the Bucks 22-20. And in overtime, the Cowboys beat the Eagles 27-21. 1st and 10. Cross looking, throws, caught by Scott. And David Scott out to the 47-yard line, a gain of 3. Let's take a look at the Buffalo offense. Up front, Madison, Bernard, Walker, Anderson, and Haynes. And then it's Welsh, Cooley, Franklin, Scott, and McGinnis. And for some reason, this morning, boo Cowboys. When I looked this morning, I've gotten over 70 views on the Lions-Buccaneers game. Only about 20 on the Cowboys game. It's like, why is everybody watching the Bucs and Lions? Franklin around the outside on 2nd and 7. And he gets out to the 46-yard line. A gain of, well, that's a first down. A gain of 8. First down, Buffalo. Mark Franklin in his 7th year out of Vanderbilt. Misty says the reason there's so many views on that game is because it's her favorite team, the Bucks. Well, if he got the first down, he got a good spot on that one. Buffalo now at the Green Bay 46-yard line. Coming up on 5.5 minutes left in the first quarter. No score. It was you watching it over and over. Cross, looking, throws, caught by McGinnis down the middle. And Alden McGinnis to the 29. A gain of 17. And a Buffalo first down. Well, Green Bay went 3 and out. And now Buffalo is just moving it down the field. Mark Young, the defensive back, in his 7th year out of Rice on the tackle. We'll have double headers the rest of the week. Tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. We'll probably have about 4 games on Saturday. 1st and 10 from the 29. Cross under center. Cross looking. Throws near side to Scott. And David Scott out to the 24. A gain of 5. Make it a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. G likes double hitters. On the tackle, number 53, Kevin Hayes, the 3rd-year linebacker out of Texas. Just 1 game tonight, but we'll have 2 tomorrow, 2 Thursday, 2 Friday. Bills come out in the offset eye. Cross under center. Cross hands off to Franklin around the outside, and Mark Franklin is going to be taken down for a 1-yard loss back to the 25. Coming up to make the hit, Clark Bakerson, the 2nd-year safety out of Cal. Gandro says he does enjoy those. And now it'll be 3rd and 5 from the 25-yard line. I like the creamsicle uniforms. I'm partial to those. 3rd and 5 from the 25. Cross in the shotgun. Cross back. Throws inside to Clayton. Out to the 15-yard line. A gain of 10. And that'll be a Buffalo first down. That's why I put Tampa Bay back in them. I just missed them too much. And the helmet, too. I like the helmet. Buccaneer Bruce on the helmet. Buffalo driving. This is still their opening possession after the Packers went 3 and out. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Long drive by Buffalo. 4 wide. Cross in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Cross looking. Still looking. He's got all day. He throws outside to Walls. And that's Jared Walls, the rookie running back out of Tennessee. Here's the Packer defense. Hughes, Brown, and Browner up front. They play a 3-4. Linebackers, Green, Spencer, Hayes, and Bossa. And the secondary for the Packers, Bunn, Paris, Bakerson, and Young. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Bills. At the 14-yard line. 3:21 left to play in the first quarter, no score. But Buffalo's had the ball in what has seemed like forever on this drive. 4 wide. Cross in the shotgun. 2nd and 9. Cross, hands off to Franklin up the middle, and Mark Franklin in for the touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown run by the 7th-year back out of Vanderbilt. Mark Franklin. Touchdown, Buffalo. Last night, Evil Dead went 2-0 with his picks. He's looking for a 3-0 Thanksgiving streak here. This is the 3rd of our Thanksgiving games. And now Alex Rayner, the rookie out of Kentucky, for the extra point. The kick is blocked. The Packers block it. And the extra point is no good. Coming in to block it, number 33 for Green Bay. I think that's 33. Yes, it was. That's Lake Ross, the 4th-year defensive back out of Stanford. So that takes a little bit of the luster off the touchdown. Buffalo leads it 6-0 with 3:08 left here in the first quarter. And as I've stated many times, that might come back to haunt them. Oftentimes it does. TMG imploring the Bills to go. Alex Rayner will kick off, the rookie out of Kentucky. Bills with a 6-0 lead. And now the Packers will get it for the second time with just over 3 minutes left in the first quarter. There's the kick. From the 5, Brockington over the 15, 20, 25. And John Brockington out to the 30. And that's where Green Bay will have it, 1st and 10. Live from, what do they call that? Highmark Stadium, Buffalo, New York. Week 12, our Thanksgiving night game here at Jammin' Sports. Normally the Thursday night game kicks off the week, but because it's Thanksgiving, we had a couple of afternoon games. And now we finally get to the Thursday night game. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. 4 wide. Allen in the shotgun. Allen draws back. Throws. Caught by Griner. And Greg Griner out to the 41. A gain of 11. The 15th year tight end out of Texas. All 15 years with the Packers. Greg Griner. 1st down, Green Bay. Again, we'll have a doubleheader tomorrow night. Just one game tonight, but we'll have 2 tomorrow. It'll be Baltimore at Miami tomorrow, and that'll be followed by Houston at Pittsburgh. And that will start at 8 o'clock Eastern, our normal weekday time. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. In the wishbone with 3 backs. The only team that does this. Allen to Brockington, and Brockington out to the 46, a gain of 5. John Henderson, the linebacker, on the tackle, along with Marcus House, number 23, the defensive back. House in his 9th year out of Texas, and Henderson in his 8th year out of Penn State. 2nd and 5 for Green Bay at their own 46-yard line. 4 wide. Allen in the shotgun. Allen hands off to Brockington up the middle, and Brockington out to the 46. A gain of 8, and that'll be enough for a Packer 1st down. John Brockington in his 2nd year out of Georgia. He was Green Bay's 1st-round draft pick last season. In fact, Green Bay drafted 2 running backs last season. Brockington in the 1st round and MacArthur Lane in the 2nd round. That's why DJ Burke got shipped off to the Chargers. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Allen in the shotgun with 2 backs in the backfield. Allen looking, throws, dumps it off to Griner. And Greg Griner makes his way to the 37-yard line, a gain of 9. And that'll bring up 2nd and 1. The big tight end. We're down to a minute 20 left to play here in the first quarter. We're actually in Orchard Park, New York, a suburb of Buffalo. The new stadium's being built next door. 2nd and 1 from the 37-yard line in the I formation. Allen under center. Allen to Lane. Speak of the devil. MacArthur Lane. But he's going to be nailed for a 2-yard loss. As Brian McAllister in his 7th year out of USC on the tackle. The defensive tackle. MacArthur Lane in his 2nd year out of Louisville. Down to 50 seconds left here in the first quarter. Clock is winding down. 4, make it 5. 5 wide for Green Bay. Allen in the shotgun. Allen draws back. Throws near side. Caught by Duncan. Jazz Duncan, the rookie out of Cal, out to the 33. A gain of 6. 1st down, Green Bay. Well, Buffalo had a long drive. Now Green Bay has got a long drive put together. The Packers went 3 and out on their opening drive. This is their 2nd possession. Down to the Buffalo 33-yard line with 20 seconds left in the quarter. First and 10 for the Packers. This might be the last play of the first quarter. Allen in the shotgun. Allen hands off to Brockington. And Brockington, not much. In fact, no gain. And that's the end of the first quarter. Bills up 6-0 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back. Highmark Stadium, Buffalo, New York. Our Week 12 Thursday night game, our Thanksgiving game, here at Jammin' Sports. As we go to the second quarter, the Bills lead the Packers 6-0. But Green Bay has it 2nd and 10 from the Buffalo 33-yard line. If you missed our 2 Thanksgiving games yesterday, they were dynamite games. They're in the video section, and check them out on YouTube. On 2nd and 10, Brockington inside the 30, and Brockington down to the 23-yard line, close to the marker. A 9-yard gain will bring up 13 inches. Webster on the tackle for Buffalo. That's Ashley Webster, the rookie linebacker out of Illinois. And that'll bring up 13 inches for Green Bay. Bills lead it 6-0. Buffalo in second place in the AFC East. 3 games behind the Jets. You don't like the creamsicles. I like them. 13 inches from the 23-yard line. Allen looking, throws, caught by Griner. Out to the 14-yard line. A gain of 9. First down, Packers. Well, I know the Bucs started 0-26 in those uniforms, but they were in the 1979 NFC Championship game in those uniforms. And in the early part of the 80s, they were a good team. But then it went downhill for a lot of years. First and 10 from the 14-yard line. Allen in the shotgun from the Buffalo 14. Hands off to Brockington. And Brockington to the 12. A gain of 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8. On the tackle, number 49, Barrett Briggs, the 10th-year safety out of Florida. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the 12-yard line. I always thought Doug Williams looked good in those uniforms when he played for Tampa Bay. Packers come out in the wishbone again on 2nd down. Allen draws back. Allen rolls out. And Allen is going to take off and slide at the 10, a gain of 2. Before he's put down by Dwayne Gates, the 4th-year linebacker out of Arizona. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 6 for the Packers at the Buffalo 10-yard line. And there's that train whistle. When the road team has a 3rd down here in Buffalo, there's the whistle. 3rd and 6 from the 10. Allen fakes the handoff, rolls out, rolls back out the other way. Fires downfield. Cousins, touchdown. Packers. A 10-yard touchdown catch by David Cousins, the rookie tight end out of Pittsburgh. And the Packers have tied it up at 6. The black alternates in the away uniforms are some of the nicest in the NFL. I don't really care for the black ones, but I like their red ones and their white ones with the pewter pants and stuff. It's a good look. Griffey for the extra point to put the Packers up. Kick is up, and it's good. And the Packers lead it now 7-6 with 6 minutes left to play in the first half here at Highmark Stadium, Buffalo, New York. Our Week 12 Thursday night game on Thanksgiving. I'm just glad they're not wearing those uniforms they wore for those 5 years that had like the digital watch numbers on the front. Those were some terrible uniforms. Yep, nothing says pirate like a digital number on the uniform. So the Packers, the difference in this game is a blocked extra point as the Packers lead it 7-6. There's the kickoff. from the 5-yard line. McGinnis over the 15, 20, 25. Alden McGinnis out to the 31-yard line. First down, Buffalo. 5:56 left in the first half. On a cold, overcast night in Buffalo. We're in week 12, the final week of November. There was a chance of snow in this one, but that's not what I rolled up on the chart. I have a chart that I use to put the weather with these games. First and 10 from the 31-yard line. 3 wide to the far side. Cross in the shotgun. Cross drops back. Looking. Throws. Caught by McGinnis. Down the sideline. Alden McGinnis. A big gain. Down to the Packer 26-yard line. "43 yards into Packer territory." That's right, I'm an announcer and a weatherman. Well, during my normal radio shift during the week, yeah, I do the weather 6 times. Once at the top and once at the bottom of every hour. I could be a meteorologist. I can tell you what a meteor is. First and 10 from the 26-yard line. Cross under center. Cross. Hands off to Franklin up the middle. And Mark Franklin down to the 17-yard line. A gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. Gilbert Brown on the tackle. The 14th year defensive tackle out of Boston College. And on Fridays, I had to record the weathers for Saturday and Sunday and put them in the computer when I'm at work. 2nd and 1 from the 17-yard line. Bills come out in the eye. And now they shift with Cross now in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the near side. Cross drops back. Throws. Caught by Scott. And Scott fumbles. And the Packers pick it up. Ross Browner brings it back the other way out to the 20-yard line. David Scott, the tight end, in his 8th year out of Texas, caught it and promptly coughed it up. But let's see if he was down. No, that ball is out. That ball's out clearly before he's down. And Ross Browner recovers and returns it. Who made the hit? The hit was made by number 51, Antonio Spencer, the 7th-year linebacker out of Texas. So just when you think Buffalo's going to score, Green Bay gets a big turnover. The Packers are currently tied for first in the NFC Central with the Vikings, both at 6 and 5. You can tell it's a weak division. The division leaders are 6 and 5. But the Vikings have beaten the Packers twice. So the Vikings do have the tiebreaker at the moment. First and 10 from the 20-yard line. Allen under center. Allen hands off to Brockington. And Brockington to the 21. A gain of a yard. Detroit sits at 6 and 6. They're a half game back. Detroit beating Tampa Bay yesterday, 22-20. In what was a dynamite game. So if Green Bay or Minnesota loses, they'll drop down into a tie with Detroit. On 2nd and 9 from the 21-yard line, Allen drops back. Allen throws, caught by Duncan. And Jazz Duncan out to the 25. A gain of 4. The rookie out of Cal from College Football 25. Ashley Webster on the tackle. It'll bring up 3rd and 5 from the 25-yard line. 7-6, Green Bay leads it. 4:10 left to play here in the first half. On a big 3rd down, the Packers come out 4 wide. Allen in the shotgun. Allen looking. Throws, caught by Kirkwood. And Vince Kirkwood out to the 48-yard line. A gain of 27. I can tell you what a meteor is. Reminded me of Joe Dirt. That's where I got it from. First down, Green Bay. Packers up 7-6, trying to increase their lead before halftime. 3:40 and counting. Kirkwood, the sixth-year receiver out of Oklahoma State. First and 10, 4 wide for Green Bay. Allen under center. Allen draws back. Allen throws, and he overthrows his receiver, number 80, Ray Wilson, the former Buccaneer. And that'll bring up second and 10, and that'll stop the clock with 3:27 left. Ray Wilson, in his 13th year out of Syracuse, spent 12 years with Tampa Bay. The Bucs let him go, and the Packers picked him up. Second and 10 from the 48, Allen in the gun. Allen drops back, throws, caught by Duncan. Out to the 42, a gain of 6. It'll be third and 4. The linebacker, John Henderson, on the tackle. Clock is moving, 3:12 and counting here in the first half. Kind of a low-scoring game, 7-6. 4 wide for the Packers. Allen in the shotgun. Allen draws back, throws, caught by Duncan, and Jazz Duncan out to the 30-yard line, a gain of 12. First down, Packers. Aaron Catledge on the tackle, the third-year defensive back out of Navy, along with John Henderson, number 50, the linebacker. If the Packers win, that puts the pressure on the Vikings to also win this week. The Vikings play at Arizona later this week. First and 10 from the 30-yard line. Allen in the shotgun. Allen fakes the handoff. Allen rolls out, throws deep downfield, caught by Duncan, touchdown. They'll probably review that, but for right now, that's a 30-yard touchdown catch. Not Duncan. That was Ray Wilson who made the catch. The former Buccaneer. From 30 yards, let's see if he got both feet in. Can't tell from that angle. Oh, what footwork by Wilson. Oh, my goodness. That will hold up. No review. They were just so impressed by what they saw. The extra point is up and good by Griffey. And the Packers lead it 14-6 with 2:24 left to play here in the first half here at Highmark Stadium, Buffalo, New York. Our Week 12 Thursday night game, our Thanksgiving game here at Jammin' Sports. And Sports Davis has joined us from Arizona. Welcome in, Davis. So the Packers, it's still a one-possession game, but the Bills are down by 8. Buffalo had an extra point blocked earlier. Buffalo still has time. Owen Wilson has joined us. I like Owen Wilson. There's the kick. From the 1-yard line, Marcus House over the 20. And House out to the 24-yard line. Marcus House in his 9th year out of Texas. And now Mason Cross comes back out to lead the Buffalo offense. Second-year quarterback out of LSU. Well, thank you, Grando. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been 8 months. Thank you for the sub. That it means a lot to me. Thank you so much. First and 10 from the 24-yard line. 4 wide for the Bills. Cross under center.
Let's go. 3-19.
Cross to Franklin. And Mark Franklin out to the 23. Actually lost a yard. Antonio Spencer, the linebacker, on the tackle. It'll bring up second and 11. And that, it seems like 8 years. Evil Dead, you're funny. As we watch the replay there. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Packers lead at 14-6 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back. Highmark Stadium, Buffalo, New York. We're at the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Our Thursday night game here in Week 12. Packers lead the Bills 14-6. We're in Week 12. When this week is over, the season will be 3 quarters done. We'll be in the home stretch after this week. 2nd and 11. Yeah, it's been 4 years. Cross, looking, throws, caught by Crawford. And Tyson Crawford, 7 yards, out to the 30-yard line. Buffalo goes to the hurry-up. It'll be 3rd and 5. It was a 6-yard gain. Cross in the gun. Takes the snap. Cross, looking, throws, near side. Caught by Welsh, out of bounds for an 8-yard gain down to the 38-yard line. First down, Buffalo. Yeah, Evil Dead was with me almost from the start. He came on board about 2 years after, or not 2 years, about 2 months after I got started on Twitch. I got started in February of 2020 on Twitch. Evil Dead joined me around April, I believe. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Davis has been with me from almost day one. 1st and 10. Cross in the gun. Franklin in motion. Empty backfield now. Cross drops back, throws, and it's knocked down, incomplete. Broken up by Jeff Bossa, the rookie linebacker out of Oregon. It'll be 2nd and 10. That'll stop the clock. Oh, come on. Be nice to Davis. 1:39 left to play here in the first half. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 38-yard line. Packers up 14-6. 4 wide. Cross under center. Cross drops back. Looking. Steps up. Throws outside to Welsh. And Adam Welsh picks up the first down. An 11-yard gain out to the 49-yard line. The 10th-year receiver out of Ohio State. He gets out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 1:33 left in the half. On the tackle, number 22. That's James Bunn, the 4th-year defensive back out of LSU. Buffalo trying to get a score before halftime. They're down 14-6. 1st and 10 from their own 49. Excuse me. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Cross under center.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Cross looking. Cross throws, caught by Franklin. And Franklin gets out to the 46, a gain of 5. Buffalo stays in the hurry-up. Make it a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. 1:18 and counting. 4 wide. Cross in the shotgun. Cross looking. Cross still looking. Throws outside. Caught by Welsh. And Adam Welsh out to the 39. And that'll be a gain of 7. First down, Buffalo. And the Bills take a timeout with 1:01 remaining here in the first half. Yeah, I missed Chase too, Evil Dead. You had to know Chase to appreciate Chase. He was like the Walter Mitty of Twitch. I mean, the guy did everything. At least he claimed to. I think he cured cancer, 2 years ago? And then he went off to colonize Mars. Yep. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Good old Chase. 4 wide. Cross in the shotgun.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Yeah, he was like 12. Cross back to throw. Throws downfield. Caught by David Scott, the tight end, all the way down to the 10-yard line. A 29-yard gain. First down, Buffalo. And the Bills take their second timeout with 55 seconds left in the half. David Scott in his 8th year out of Texas. I just like Buffalo with the red helmets. I like this blue-collar look they have from their Super Bowl days. Well, he had to put a stop on stuff because he's on his way to Mars. He should be there by now. I think he's fixing the rovers on Mars right now. Get more shelf life out of those rovers. 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line, just outside the 10. 4 wide for Buffalo. Cross in the shotgun.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Cross drops back. Looks to the end zone. He's got all sorts of time. Throws. McGinnis can't hold on. Incomplete. Broken up by Mark Young, the defensive back. In his 7th year out of Rice. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the 10. The Bills can get a first down at about the half-yard line. That's going to stop the clock. Nice play by Young, slapping that ball away. We're down to 49 seconds left here in the first half. 2nd and 10 for the Bills at the Packer 10. 4 wide for Buffalo. Cross in the shotgun.
Here we go now.
Cross. Looking. Cross throws. Caught by Welsh. And Welsh goes down at the 9. Just a 1-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 9. And the Bills not taking the timeout. We're down to 34 seconds. It'll be 3rd and 9 from the 9. They have time to take a shot at the end zone. That was James Bunn, the defensive back, that made the stop for Green Bay. Clock is moving. 30 seconds. 3rd and 9 for the Bills at the Packer 9. 4 wide. Cross in the shotgun. Down to 20 seconds.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
Cross drops back. He's got time once again. Throws back to the end zone. Franklin. Touchdown. Buffalo. A 9-yard touchdown catch by Mark Franklin, the running back out of the backfield. He's a fine receiver. And it's now 14-12 in favor of Green Bay. Nice catch. Definitely got both feet in. Mark Franklin in his 7th year out of Vanderbilt. They're going to review this. He spent 3 years with the Rams. He's now in his 4th year with Buffalo. Oh, that's a catch. That's a great catch. Yeah, I've been texting him almost daily, and I've heard nothing back from him. He was with us for about a month. And he was almost here every night. Ruling on the field stands. I thought it would. 14-12. Buffalo will probably just kick the extra point. Evil Dead, there you go. I'll let you take care of that. The extra point's up. And good. And the Packers lead is now 14-13 with 12 seconds left here in the first half. Live from Highmark Stadium, Buffalo, New York. Our Week 12 Thursday night game, our Thanksgiving game here at Jammin' Sports. Let's find out who they play next week in Week 13 while we have a moment. Next week, Green Bay will host the Rams at home. And Buffalo next week will host the Jets. They didn't go for 2, I'm done. Actually, the consensus with a lot of coaches is don't go for 2 unless you have to. And they don't have to yet. So that's why they went for 1. There's the kick. 5 yards deep. Lake Ross will take a knee. Touchback. Here in Middle Tennessee, I call it chasing points. You see it all the time in high school football. You'll miss an extra point early, like in the first quarter, and in the second quarter you score and they go for 2, and then they miss it. So now that's 2 extra points that they're down. I call it chasing points. Just get the points. Only go for 2 if you have to. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Allen under center.
Now let's go.
Allen to Brockington around the outside. And a flag is down. They might be a face mask.
Personal foul. Face mask.
It is.
Defense.
Number 33, David Walker, in his 3rd year at Citadel.
Automatic first down.
Jeez, Davis. Isn't that a little harsh? That'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for Green Bay. 9 seconds left. But that puts the Packers close enough where they can throw a Hail Mary. Yeah, that was a bit harsh. 4 wide for Green Bay. 9 seconds left in the half. They're up 14-13. Allen in the shotgun. Allen fakes the handoff. Looking, throws deep. Caught by Duncan and gets out of bounds at the 41-yard line. A gain of 19 yards to Jazz Duncan. Gets out of bounds with 3 seconds left. And now the Packers are close enough for a Hail Mary. Should be a good second half. It's been a good first half. The only difference in the game, a blocked extra point. They're going to go for a field goal. All right, from 58 yards, James Griffey. Wow. Okay, here we go. I don't know if he's got the leg for this. The kick is up, and it's no good. And we go to halftime. Halftime score, Green Bay 14, Buffalo 13 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Highmark Stadium, Buffalo, New York. We go to the third quarter in our Week 12 Thursday night game. The Packers lead the Bills 14-13. Buffalo would get the ball first to start the second half. Green Bay currently tied with Minnesota atop the NFC Central with 6-5 records. And the Bills, 3 games behind the Jets in the AFC East. Buffalo at 7-4, the Jets at 10-1. There's the kick. House from the 5-yard line over the 20, 25. Marcus House out to the 31-yard line. If not for the Jets, Buffalo could be in first place. But the Jets are having themselves a season. They're 10-1. And the Jets play the Patriots later this week. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. In fact, the Jets play the Patriots here in Week 12, and they turn around and play them again in Week 14. So we get to see 2 Jet-Patriot games in the next 3 weeks. 1st and 10, 4 wide for the Bills. Cross in the shotgun. Cross fakes the handoff. Looking, throws outside, caught by McGinnis, and Alden McGinnis out to the 47. A gain of 16, and a Buffalo first down. The 4th-year receiver out of Southern Miss. Buffalo, they can take the lead on this drive. Now, if Buffalo were to score a touchdown on this drive, I guarantee you they'd go for 2. 1st and 10. Buffalo from their own 47-yard line. Davis, I know, is rooting for the Packers. Cross under center on 1st and 10. Cross to Franklin around the outside, and Mark Franklin crosses midfield, and he gets out to the 49, a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. He was run out of bounds by Kevin Hayes, the 3rd-year linebacker out of Texas. And that will stop the clock for the moment with 7:21 left here in the third quarter. Now the clock runs on 2nd down. Bills come out in the offset eye. Cross under center. Hands off to Franklin around the outside. Franklin down the sideline. And Franklin out to the 39-yard line. A gain of 10. First down, Buffalo. Yeah, there was a time when Buffalo was mired in a 17-season playoff drought. that they finally broke last season. And I remember there was those of you were telling me to get rid of the Bills, but I said, you know what, I'm going to stick with them. And sure enough, they made the playoffs last season. 1st and 10, cross to Franklin, and Franklin gets taken down for no gain. Actually, I'm sorry, it's a loss of 4. It'll be 2nd and 14. Tyler Paris comes up and makes the tackle. The third-year safety out of Virginia. Well, I know it wasn't you, Evil Dan. The thing is, though, even like the 5 seasons before they finally made the playoffs, you could see that they had talent, and they were just building it up. You know what I'm saying? You want the Pats going. 2nd and 14 for Buffalo at their own 43-yard line. 6:54 left. Josh Allen greater than Patrick Mahomes? I think so. I think Mahomes is overrated. The Eagles kind of showed it during the Super Bowl. 2nd and 14. Cross, looking, throws, incomplete. And that'll bring up 3rd and 14. He overthrows his receiver. He was looking for Mark Franklin along the sideline. I like Jalen Hurts. 3rd and 14 from the 43-yard line. Big third down for the Bills. Cross in the shotgun with a back on either side. Cross draws back, throws, caught by Crawford. He's well shy of the first down. He only picked up 3. Why are you running that kind of route? It'll be 4th and 11. What I'm growing so tired of over the last several days are all these people saying that Sanders, what's his name, Shamar Sanders, didn't get picked in the first couple of rounds because of racism. You've got to be kidding me on that. Yeah, shut up. Alex Rayner. This will be from 57 yards. It would give the Bills the lead. Kick is up. And it's no good. He missed it to the left. It remains a 14-13 ball game in favor of Green Bay. I can tell you right now why he wasn't picked higher than he was. Because he's a prima donna, and they know it. It has nothing to do with his race. Look at all the black players that were picked in the first round. How can you say there's racism on that? Exactly. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Ward or the Titans, but hey, good for him. Sanders, he can't run. He has no pocket presence. He's a showboat. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Green Bay takes over after the missed field goal. Hands off to Brockington. And Brockington will lose 2 yards back to the 45-yard line. Be 2nd and 12. And Daddy Dion was going to have a lot to say this play. Yeah. But just watching all these sports talk nuts saying it's racism, that's a stretch. I mean, come on. Yeah, even the stands didn't want him. 2nd and 12 from the 45-yard line. That's a good point. Allen in the shotgun, 2nd and 12. Allen draws back. Allen looking. Allen rolls out. And he's taken down the 41, a loss of 4 on the sack by Ty Robinson, the rookie out of Nebraska. It'll be 3rd and 17. If I was an owner in the NFL, I wouldn't have drafted him. And the biggest reason, I don't think he's a good player to have in the locker room. I really don't. He's too full of himself. And to be honest with you, that's a valid reason. Team chemistry, you don't want to mess with that. You've got to have a leader. And he's not a leader. 3rd and 17 from the 41-yard line. 3rd and 17 for Green Bay. Allen in the shotgun.
Here we go now.
Allen fakes the handoff, looks downfield, throws deep, caught by Kirkwood, but he's going to be shy of the first down. He picks up about 15. It'll be 4th and 2. Vince Kirkwood got most of it, but not all of it. It'll be 4th and 2 for Green Bay at the Buffalo 45-yard line. Aaron Catledge came up and made the tackle. The third-year defensive back out of Navy, saving the first down. So Green Bay will punt. Aiden Swanson back to punt. Gets the punt away. And that's going to go into the end zone. Touchback. And Buffalo will have it at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 with 4:53 left to play here in the third quarter as Mason Cross comes back out. Why is it for a lot of these guys, racism is the default reason? I mean, don't they realize how ridiculous they sound? Over 75% of the NFL is black. How can you say it's racism? 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Cross looking. Cross throws. Caught by David Scott out to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and inches. Exactly, Grando. Cam Ward went 1st overall to the Titans. Four and a half minutes left here in the third quarter. Buffalo still down by 1. 4 wide. Cross in the shotgun. 2nd and inches. Cross to Franklin. Gets the first down. And Mark Franklin, a 5-yard gain out to the 35-yard line before being tackled by the linebacker, Kevin Hayes. And we're coming up on 4 minutes left in the third quarter. We're at Highmark Stadium, Buffalo, New York. Our Week 12 Thursday night game. Our 3rd Thanksgiving game of the week. Our 3rd and final Thanksgiving game of the week. We did the other 2 last night. Check them out on YouTube. Just look for Jammin' Sports on YouTube. Also in the video section here. 5 wide, 1st and 10. Cross in the shotgun from the 35-yard line. Cross draws back. Throws outside to McGinnis. And Alden McGinnis, 15 yards out to the 50-yard line. First down, Buffalo. Mark Young came up and made the tackle. You know, I find it, I don't want to get too political here, but I find it incredibly ironic that these social justice warriors totally ignore the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. Cross, play action. Cross throws deep, caught by Scott down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 25, first down Buffalo. That a man should be judged by the content of his character, not the color of his skin. And that's what Martin Luther King Jr., that was his dream. And I respect the fire out of him. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Cross under center, 1st and 10. Cross looking. Cross throws, caught by Scott. Down to the 23-yard line, a gain of 2. Make it a gain of a yard, be 2nd and 9. Coming up to make the tackle, number 21. Tyler Parrish, the 3rd-year safety out of Virginia. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 23-yard line. I wonder what he would say if he was still alive today about how the culture has just gotten wacky, for lack of a better term. 2nd and 9 from the 23-yard line. 2.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. 4 wide for Buffalo. Cross in the shotgun. Cross fakes the handoff. Watch out, he gets sacked and fumbles, but Mark Franklin's right there to pick it up. It's going to be a big time loss, though, of 13 yards. make it a 12-yard loss. It'll be 3rd and 21. Coming up to make the sack, number 95, Greg Hughes, the fourth-year defensive end out of Indiana. And the Bills are lucky that Franklin was hanging around to jump on that fumble. Now it's 3rd and forever for the Bills. And there, that would be a 53-yard field goal from here. 3rd and 21, back at the 36. Under 2 minutes left now in the third quarter. Well, just get some of it back and kick a field goal. Cross in the shotgun. Cross looking. He's got time. He's going to throw it deep to the end zone, and it's incomplete. Broken up by Mark Young, the defensive back. They were looking for David Scott in the back of the end zone. It'll be 4th and 21. And now Buffalo's going to try to connect on a 53-yard field goal here. You would give them the lead as Alex Rayner comes out, the rookie out of Kentucky. It would give Buffalo the lead if he can connect. Snap, kick is up. That's a bad kick. He missed it. It was short and to the left. It remains a 14-13 game in favor of the Packers with 1:40 left to play here in the third quarter. Live from Highmark Stadium, Buffalo, New York, Week 12. Our Thursday night Thanksgiving game here at Jammin' Sports. Got a good crowd tonight. Appreciate it. Here at Jammin' Sports on this Tuesday. Just one game tonight. We'll have a doubleheader tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern. Let's go over that doubleheader again. Just so you know. It'll be Baltimore at Miami and Houston at Pittsburgh. And then on Thursday, we'll have the Giants and the Bengals and the Browns and the Colts. And then on Friday, we'll have the Chargers and the Saints and the Jets and the Patriots. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 8 o'clock Eastern time. 1st and 10 for the Packers at their own 43. Allen to Brockington. And John Brockington out to the 47, a gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd and 6. John Henderson on the tackle. 8th-year linebacker out of Penn State. Linebacker U. Don't forget to follow us. And please subscribe if you can. That'd be great. In the I formation on 2nd and 6. Allen. A draw play to Brockington up the middle. And John Brockington out to the 46. That'll be a gain of 7. And that'll be a Green Bay first down. It was 14-13 at halftime. Nobody has scored here in the third quarter. Not for lack of trying. Still a 1-point game. The difference, a blocked extra point. That's the difference in this game right now. 1st and 10 for the Packers. At the Buffalo 46, they come out in the I formation. Allen to Brockington around the outside, and Brockington to the 44, a gain of 2 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd and 8. Aaron Catledge on the tackle. Evil Dead, Grandos, Sports Davis here tonight. TMG's here. Most of our regulars are here tonight. On 2nd and 8 from the 44-yard line. 4 wide for Green Bay. Allen in the shotgun. We're down to 14 seconds left in the quarter. Allen throws, caught by Duncan. He had to come back for it. And Jazz Duncan out to the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6. It'll be 3rd and 2. And that's the end of the third quarter. Green Bay still leads at 14-13 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Highmark Stadium, Buffalo, New York. We go to the fourth quarter in our Week 12 Thursday night game. Our third and final Thanksgiving game of the season here in Week 12. We split up the Thanksgiving games this season. Usually I try to get all 3 done in one day, but This works too. 3rd and 2 from the 38-yard line. Allen under center. Allen to Brockington, and Brockington does not get the first down. He's tackled by Leon Seals in his 12th year out of Alabama for no gain. Don't ever do that again. All right, from now on, we'll do all 3 Thanksgiving games on the same day. That's easy to do if it falls on a Saturday or Sunday. It's a little different and difficult to do it on a weeknight. It'll be 4th and 12. And the Packers, they're going to try a 55-yard field goal. James Griffey, it'll put him up by 4. Griffey in his 10th year out of Army. The kick is up, and Griffey's kick is no good. It's off to the right. The scoreboard is just stuck at 14-13 with 7:28 left to play. We haven't had a score since the second quarter. Appreciate y'all too, guys. I do. You know I do. It's a lot funner to have a crowd in here than it is just to have 2 or 3. Especially when people are interacting and stuff. It makes it fun. Go ahead and chat if you want. Ask questions. We don't bite if you're new here. 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Buffalo takes over at the spot of the missed kick. They have great field position. Let's see if they can capitalize. Cross in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Cross drops back. Throws a high arcing pass to McGinnis down to the 22-yard line. A 33-yard gain for Alden McGinnis. No, I'm only doing 1 game tonight. We'll be back with a doubleheader tomorrow. Been a long day for me. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. 3 receivers off to the far side. Cross in the shotgun. Cross drops back. Throws. Caught by McGinnis. And he's in for the touchdown. No, he's at the 1-yard line. I thought it got in. Alden McGinnis, 21 yards to the 1-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal Buffalo. Bills trying to take the lead. They haven't led since they're up 6-0. Boy, I thought he got in. Yeah, our softball game today, she just continues to be on fire. We're talking about Kaylee Plumley, the softball pitcher for the high school team we cover on the radio. 19 strikeouts. She only gave up 1 hit, only gave up 2 walks. 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Cross in the shotgun. 1st and goal. Franklin in motion now. Empty backfield. Cross looking. Throws to McGinnis. Touchdown. Buffalo. A 1-yard touchdown catch by Alden McGinnis. The 4th-year receiver out of Southern Miss. And Buffalo, they go up 19-14. And they'll go for 2 to try to make it a 7-point lead. He worked his way open in the middle of the end zone. And now the 2-point try. They spread out the receivers. Cross under center. Cross, they pitch to Franklin. And Franklin is in for the 2-point try. And the Bills take a 21-14 lead. Oh, they paid for that, Evil Dead. They paid for that. That's why we call it a Citizens Bank strikeout. Every time they strike out, it's cha-ching. They pay for that, right? Now, it's a flat rate per game, so if it's 1 strikeout or 19, they pay the same. They got their money's worth today. Actually, that's where I bank. And it's a really good bank. They've never done me wrong. 6:20 left to play here in the 4th quarter. Buffalo up 21-14. And there's the kickoff by Rayner. from the 2-yard line. Ross over the 10, 15, 20, 25. Lake Ross, a nice return for the Packers out to the 37-yard line. Now, the company that sponsors the home runs, I don't really care for that restaurant much. Rojas Kitchen, they sponsor the home runs. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. They're okay, but they're not spectacular. 6:15 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Buffalo up 21-14. Packers with the ball. Allen in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Wilson in motion. Allen draws back. Throws deep. And it's knocked away by Aaron Catledge. He nearly tipped it to Barrett Briggs, but neither one can make the catch. They were looking for Vince Kirkwood. Nice play by Catledge. He'll be 2nd and 10. Aaron Catledge in his 3rd year out of Navy. Well, they both had a shot at that. He was trying the tip drill, and I don't think Briggs was ready for it. 6:09 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Buffalo up 21-14. Packers come out in the offset eye. Allen under center. Allen draws back. Allen gets sacked back at the 30-yard line. Ty Robinson, the rookie out of Nebraska, on the sack. It'll be a loss of 7. And that'll bring up 3rd and 17 for Green Bay. If the Packers lose, they'll drop to 6 and 6. And the Vikings will have a half-game lead on them. And the Vikings, they play an easy opponent this week. They play the Cardinals. But you never know what Cardinal team's going to show up. They almost beat the Seahawks last week. 3rd and 17 from the 30-yard line for Green Bay. Allen in the shotgun. 5:44 left. Allen draws back. Sets up a screen pass to Brockington. Turns downfield. Brockington, a big gain. All the way out to the 49-yard line. 21 yards for John Brockington on the screen pass. 1st down, Green Bay. Into Buffalo territory. That was a big 3rd down conversion right there. Brockington got around the outside. Finally making the tackle. John Henderson pushes him down. The linebacker. Packers on the move. We could have overtime. Not out of the question. Buffalo up 21-14. 4 wide for the Packers. Allen in the shotgun from the Buffalo 49. Allen draws back. Allen in trouble. Breaks a tackle. And now he's going to take off. Picks up the 1st down and a lot more. And Allen down to the 30-yard line. A gain of 19 for Thomas Allen, the 3rd-year quarterback out of San Diego State. 1st down, Packers. Finally, Barrett Briggs came up and made the tackle, along with Marcus House. Tackling like the Pets. Once again, next week, Green Bay will host the Rams. And Buffalo next week will host the Jets. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Allen looking. Allen throws. Caught by Griner. And Griner all the way down to the 10-yard line. A gain of 20 for the big tight end, Greg Griner. Finally tackled by number 30. I'm looking for a 30 on my roster. Oh, 33. There you go. David Walker. 1st down, Green Bay. Tackling like the Pats. 4:15 and counting. Packers tried to tie this one up. Bills up 21-14. Allen under center on 1st and 10. Allen looking, throws a fade, and is picked off by Knowles at the 1-yard line. Lawrence Knowles, the rookie safety out of Alabama, picks it off for Buffalo. And the Packer drive comes to a screeching halt as Knowles picks it off. From college football 25, Lawrence Knowles, the rookie out of Alabama. They were looking for Ray Wilson. The good news is Buffalo has the ball. The bad news is they have it at the 1 yard line. You got to watch out for the safety now. Look for Buffalo to get some breathing room. They'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 1 yard line. You know the Packers are going to pin their ears back and try to get a safety here. He got up high like G on that interception. In the I formation. Cross under center on 1st down. Cross hands off to Cooley, and Trey Cooley out to the 6. The second-year back out of Georgia Tech. And that'll be a gain of 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4. Little breathing room. On the tackle there, Marcus Green, the rookie linebacker out of Penn State for Green Bay. On 2nd and 4 from the 6. Cross in the shotgun. 4 receivers set wide. Cross. A drop play to Franklin. Picks up the 1st down. Mark Franklin, 7 yards out to the 13-yard line. 1st down, Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo's going to try to chew up some time now. 3:25 and counting. Evil Dead's looking to go 3 for 3 on Turkey Day. Our 3rd and final Thanksgiving game here in Week 12. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Cross in the shotgun. Cross looking, throws, caught by McGinnis. And Alden McGinnis picks up 4 out to the 17-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6. The clock keeps on moving. We're down to 2:40. Buffalo up 21-14. Don't forget tomorrow, a doubleheader, 8 o'clock Eastern. We hope you join us for that. 7 Central. As it'll be Baltimore and Miami and Houston at Pittsburgh. Our 2 games tomorrow. In the offset eye, 2nd and 6. Welsh in motion. Cross drops back. Throws, and it's nearly picked off by Antonio Spencer, the 7th-year linebacker out of Texas. Oh, we should have caught that. Knocks it down anyway. They were looking for David Scott, the tight end, across the middle. It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Bills at their own 17. 2:07 left. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning. Big 3rd down for Buffalo right here. Big 3rd down for Green Bay as well. Cross in the shotgun. 3rd down. Cross back. Cross throws. Caught by Crawford. Out to the 25. A gain of 8. 2-minute warning. Buffalo up 21-14 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back. Highmark Stadium, New Era Field, whatever you want to call it, Buffalo, New York. Our Week 12 Thursday night game. Buffalo leads Green Bay 21-14. And the Bills have just picked up a 1st down out to the 25-yard line. What, this game? Yeah, I saw that. They do that every now and then. All the stadiums, they do that every now and then. 1st and 10 from the 25 in the I form, or offset I. Cross under center. They hand off to Franklin up the middle, and Franklin to the 30. The Packers take a timeout. A gain of 4 yards. Green Bay is going to start using their timeouts now. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the 30-yard line. 1:57 left. They look like Pats fans. Oh, my goodness. Bored out of their heads. Yeah, New England having a rough year. They're 4-7. And they play the Jets later this week, who are 10-1. 2nd and 6 from the 30-yard line. Buffalo comes out in the I. If they pick up a 1st down, it's going to end the game. Cross, play action. Nice block. Cross, but he gets sacked back at the 18-yard line. Coming in on the sack as the Packers take another timeout was number 24, Clark Bakerson, on the safety blitz in his second year out of Cal. And that's going to be a loss of 12. It'll be 3rd and 18 back at the 18-yard line. It was a great block. You saw them pick up the block there. That was the running back, Brockington, that picked up the blitzing linebacker. 3rd and 18 from the 18-yard line. However, the safety got in and got the sack. Hard to pick up everybody. Green Bay with one timeout left, 1:51 left. Packers have to force a punt here. It'll be 3rd and 18. Cross under center. Everybody in tight.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green.
Cross. That's a give-up play. They hand off to Cooley. He's going to lose 2 yards. Trey Cooley. It'll be 4th and 19. Officially a loss of a yard. And the Packers take their final timeout with 1:48 left. Green Bay is going to get the ball back. They won't have any timeouts. And they do need a touchdown to force overtime. They'll have some time, though. About 1:40 or so. When they get the ball after the punt. Cedric Givens will come into punt, the third-year punter out of Missouri. As Allen's warming up on the sideline. Packers will get one more shot to tie it up. Givens gets the punt away. From the 38, Lake Ross brings it out to the 47. So Green Bay has some nice field position at their own 47-yard line. Thomas Allen comes back out. His number's on the day. Can the Packers tie it up and force overtime? It'll be our second overtime game on this Thanksgiving, as the Cowboys and the Eagles went to overtime yesterday. Cowboys won that game 27-21. It was a 72-yard run by Sam Baxter to win it for the Cowboys yesterday. 5 wide, empty backfield. Allen in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Allen draws back. Allen steps up. In trouble. Throws outside. Incomplete. Just threw it away. That'll stop the clock with 1:35 left. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Green Bay at their own 47. They've got time. They just got to work it downfield. 2nd and 10. 3 receivers to the far side. Allen in the shotgun.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Allen draws back. Allen throws. And he missed. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10. He led his receiver a bit too much. Looking for Griner, the tight end. 1:32 left. 3rd and 10 for the Packers. They'll go on 4th. You know they will. Packers come out 4 wide.
Let's go.
Allen in the shotgun.
Green 30.
Allen draws back. Allen throws. Caught by Griner. Down to the 33-yard line.
Leopard.
A gain of 20. Packers in the hurry up. Allen under center. Drops back. Throws. Caught by Kirkwood. Down to the 13. A gain of 20.
Leopard.
1st down Green Bay. We're coming up on a minute. They're not going to down it. Allen in the shotgun. 1st and 10 from the Bill 13. Allen scrambles. Dumps it off to Brockington. And Brockington runs into a crowd at the 9-yard line. A gain of 4. Green Bay in the hurry up now. 50 seconds left. Allen under center. They'll just clock it with 47 seconds left. And that'll bring up 3rd and 6. Green Bay knock it at the door at the Buffalo 9-yard line. Trying to force overtime. And now the Packers come out. 3rd and 6. Allen in the shotgun. Allen draws back. Allen throws. And Wilson can't hold on. Marcus House knocks the ball away. Great play by House. And now it's 4th down. 44 seconds left. This is ball game for Green Bay. They have to at least pick up the 1st down. They can get a 1st down at the 3-yard line. Marcus House slapping it away. The 9th-year defensive back out of Texas. We're down to 44 seconds. 4th and 6 from the 9. Green Bay comes out. Allen in the shotgun.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
Drops back. Steps up. Throws to the end zone. Wilson back of the end zone. Incomplete. They said he did not get both feet in. It'll be a turnover on downs. That was 4th down. Now they might review this. To me, it looked like he got both feet in. I bet they review this. I mean, it was that close. Right now, it's a turnover on downs. Let's see if they review it. I thought he got both feet in. If they don't review it, I think he got robbed. There it is, finally. Yeah, he does have good numbers. All right, let's watch this again. They're going to take another look. I think he got both feet in. Can't tell from that angle. Here's a better angle. Guys, that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown to Ray Wilson. They're going to overturn that. Oh, no, it's not on the board. They said the ruling on the field stands. He got robbed. Oh, my goodness. And the Bills will take over. They only have to snap it once. Green Bay is out of timeouts.
Here we go now. 3:19.
Cross, hands off to Trey Cooley. And Cooley, he picks up the first down anyway, out to the 19-yard line. And that'll do it. Packers are out of timeouts. Green Bay is going to drop to 6-6, and Buffalo is going to improve to 8-4 on the season. Maybe that was the reason. But I think he got robbed. I really do. But, oh well, I'm not official. They are. And the final seconds will tick away. Your final score, Buffalo 21, Green Bay 14. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. We'll see you tomorrow night for a doubleheader, 8 o'clock Eastern. Good night, everybody.